Hello everyone, this is Betty with BettysStampingCrazy, and I'm back with another card tutorial. This time it's a little bit Christmassy. I wanted to use my Coffee Café stamp set and dies to make a card, and since it's a lot of people do July and Christmas, I wanted something different. So this is the card I came up with. And as I said, I am using the Coffee Café stamp set and the Coffee Café dies. I am in, this is a set that I just had to get when it first came out. So I've been playing with it some. I'll show you some of the other little cups that I made in here in a little bit. But I also, on this, I used the Oh What Fun stamp set, and the only thing I used from it is this little bitty holly leaves and berries there, because I just used it right here. Oh yeah, and I did use Wishing You a Sweet Season. Okay, and to make my little chocolates, I used the new bike ride. And these are actually supposed to be, I hope you can see these, they're actually supposed to be, I think, for leaves. But I got to look at them, I wanted something small to look like chocolate pellets. And that's the closest I could come to most of our stamp sets. So I used that. And that's the only thing I used from that. Okay, for the background here, for the embossed part, I used our holly embossing folder. Oh, yeah, you can see that. And it's still in the annual catalog. I really like this. It carried over from our holiday catalog last year. So, here's a couple of more little cards, or little cups that I made just playing around. And I used that same one, but I used the, I think it was Sugar Plum for the red, and then I used Daffodil Delight for the little yellow. And I did use the Tangerine Tango for this, because this is some of our new designer series paper. It's called Foil Frenzy, and this is the Tangerine Tango one. This also has a little clear top on it. And then I also, just playing around, I made just a Thanks a Latte cup. In hindsight, I think I would stamp this with the Early Espresso first, so that it would give it a little definition, but I still like it this way too. So anyway, let me show you the card parts. Okay, for the backing here, on this piece right here and this piece right here, I used the Emerald Envy, and you can probably use about a 2, I can't remember, I think this is 2.5, I figured it up about 2.5 by 4.25 would probably be enough for both of these. This time I did use Whisper White on this, but this time I'm going to try it with Berry Vanilla just to see what it looks like, change it up a bit. I really do like it with the Whisper White, but I just thought, okay, we'll change it. And then this is a piece of Whisper White that is 5 by 3.25, and that's what I cut out, stamped and cut out the cup. And I believe these two right here, no, the cup and this, that's what I got. And then for the background where I embossed it, I have a 5.25 by 4. For this one right here and this piece right here, I have a 4.5 by 2 piece of real red. And what I did was I cut this out, and then I took, let's see, I took this piece right here that cuts out this, and I put it on the real red. Let me see if I can show you how I did it, to where it's just halfway in that little piece right there. That gave me my rim right here. You don't have to do that, but I thought it gave it a little definition. Of course, my base is going to be real red, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4.25. So I'm going to go ahead and do my stamping and cutting out. First thing I want to do is my stamping, so I want to pull in my mat here, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp, and I used crumb cake, but what I did, let me grab this one because I'm going to be stamping this right now. And I used my crumb cake, and let me turn this around so I can get in the same spot. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I stamped off once and then stamped on here. And I'm going to do that twice because I want it for both of them. Stamp again. Okay. And then I used crumb cake on this one, but I think I'm going to go back with my chocolate chip to make my little chocolate chips. I like that better. And as I said, I used those little, look like leaves from the bike ride set. And I just came in here and did some little pieces here and there. And it doesn't matter if you come off the bottom, because that's going to be cut off anyway. And you know what? I want one more little piece right there. Okay, let me go ahead and do this one. There we go. That's good enough. Okay, let me put this out of the way. Let me get these out of the way, because I won't need every one of those again. Okay, there's that stamped. Now I want to, actually I think I cut out my cup and stamped that after I got it cut out. Okay, I've got these. I need to stamp my, oh, where'd it go? Whisper white. There we go. I need to stamp my straw, and for that I have real red. I'm going ahead and stamping the stuff I need to cut out. And what I'm going to do, whoops. What I'm going to do is stamp that, and then just to be on the safe side, which it's probably not going to show, but I want to go ahead and put one more down here. Okay, put that off to the side. Now, what I'm going to do, oh, also, I want to go ahead and stamp that, because I cut that out with my layering circles, and I used the 4 on the straight circle and the 4 on the, I'm sorry, the 4 on the scalloped to do the background. And I'm also going to do my embossing while I'm off the camera. Okay, but let's go ahead and stamp this part. Where are you? There it is. And I did that in Emerald MB. I'm getting tongue-tied here. Okay, I'm going to stamp that right here, because my cup's going to be over here. Pretty. Okay, put that up. Put my chocolate chip up because I don't need it anymore. I think actually I've got all my stamping done. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all these out, and I will be right back with you. Okay, let me pull this out and show you what it looks like. Isn't that pretty? I love this embossing folder. Okay. Alright, now the embossing folder I can go ahead and put on here, so I'm going to get my fast fuse out. I don't need this. Oops, I want the upside out, so let's turn it over. The raised side, I want it up. I'm using my fast fuse. Let's go ahead and put that down. Okay, that looks close enough. And then we're going to set this off to the side. And one thing I did want to point out, I did wind up having to stamp this because I got this too far down to the edge of the paper, and it was going to show right here. So this is fine. Alright, we're going to go ahead. The only thing that I can see we have left to do is stamp our cup. So I'm going to go ahead and get this little stamp and my Emerald Envy again. Where did I put the emerald? Oh, here it is, over here. Duh. It's under my nose. Oops. My camera cord's getting in the way. Okay. And then I just kind of come up here at the top, just a little ways down, right there. Ooh, that didn't stamp good, but that's okay. I'm just kind of showing you what I'm doing. Okay, one right there. Turn it. I just doing one in each corner. And they don't have to be perfect. How many cups do you see that are perfect? Besides, this is handmade. Okay, there we go. And I believe that is all the stamping. So we're going to move that out of the way. We're going to go ahead and put our red piece on here, and I'm going to pull out my glue. I could use the fast fuse, but I want to go ahead and use my glue. You can use whatever you want, of course. But just in case I want a little bit of wiggle room, this works great. My tweezers. Oops, I'm going to cover up some of my little hollies, but that's okay. We could come up here. Okay, we get it right where it fits. To where it fits on your cup, see? Okay, now on these, I want to let you know, this does cut off a little bit of the bottom where it's stamped. Let me see if I can see that, find that. Okay, see how you still got a little bit down here under the bottom? Well, it's a little bit smaller, so it does cut off some of it. You can get most of this up here, and that's what I'm worried about, because down here, it's not going to show. It's going to be behind the cup. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put that on. Okay, and then I'm going to turn this over where I can see it. And just put that right in the middle. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one on here. Not going to come all the way to the edge because your ice cream doesn't come all the way to the edge. Turn that over. Oh, it does on this little cup, doesn't it? On this little thing. This makes it look like a little cake of some sort or a little cup of ice cream. Okay, I got a little glue on my fingers here. Let me rub it off so I don't mess anything up. Okay, we're going to come back to this, and here it is. Okay, what did I do with my piece of plastic? Here's my piece of plastic that I cut out of that top piece, and I'm just going to glue it on because it's going to have that other piece on top. So I'm going to go right here. Me and this glue is going to have it out. And I'm just going to set this down right on top of here. Get it right where you want it. And I'm going to let that set for just a second. And see, glue will show through, but it's going to be hidden. So, here's my little line. And I'm going to hold it with my tweezers, if I can get hold of it. Go ahead and put my glue on it. Right on the bottom of that plastic, right where that area where I cut it out is. I don't know how better to explain that, but you can see it. Hope you can see that. Anyway, it comes to the very edge of this plastic right here. Maybe if I get it in the light. Well, can't believe that's not shining where you can see it. Well, that's done. Okay, this is okay. Let's go ahead and put my straw in. And I'm just putting glue down here at the bottom. I'm going to put it in as far as I think it should go. And I think right there would be alright. See, you really didn't even need that extra, because look how much over it is. It's way down here where I stamped. But it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, this, I'm just going to use my fast fuse. And I think I need to clean my plates on my Big Shot cut. Boy, that just barely fits. Okay. Now, the rest of it, I'm going to be using dimensionals, because I'm putting all of this up on dimensionals. So I want to get those out. Okay. And I'm going to put a dimensional there, on the bottom. And for this straw, we do have the smaller dimensionals, but they're still just a little bit big for that straw. So I'm going to cut out a piece right here, pull off the backing, and I'm going to put that right at the top of that straw. Okay, now let's just set it there, because I'm going to put my dimensionals on my other stuff. Put one there, there. I think that'll be enough for that, and I'm going to put some more on this one. Okay, we're ready to put this thing together, or finish putting it together. Let's go ahead and set these in place so I'll know exactly where I want. I have that just a little angled. Go ahead and pull the tabs off of this. And this. Okay, set that down. Oops. There we go. Just perfect. Now, here we go. There we go. There's both cards. Here's the one I just made. And you can decide what you like the best. If you like the berry vanilla, or if you like the white. And I do like the darker chocolate on this instead of that crumb cake. So that kind of says, okay, don't do that no more. Crumb cake's good for some things, but I like the darker chocolate on this one, even though I don't like dark chocolate. Ooh, I got red on that. I'm going to have to clean that off. I had it on my finger when I was handling it. Okay, one other thing I wanted to tell you about. Your bonus days are back through the month of July. For every $50 that you order, you're going to get a $5 coupon. Stampin' Up! Will send you a $5 coupon to your email, so make sure it's a legit email. Otherwise you won't get it. And also, make sure you keep those. It's a coupon code that you will get for each $50. Make sure you keep them. Keep up with those codes. Keep them in your email. Write them down. Whatever you have to do, keep those codes, because they will not resend them. Those codes, or those $5 gift certificates that you will get, are good to spend in August on anything you want in August. So those can add up real quick. As a matter of fact, I have several of them right now. So anyway, and also Christmas in July. If you want to become a demonstrator and get your discounts and everything else that us demonstrators get, being with Stampin' Up, they have the starter kit that you can get for $99. You pick out Normally you pick out $125 worth of products of your choosing, and you get it for the $99 plus tax. I think it's plus tax. Anyway, so that would be $107. All right, but you're also going to receive, this is free, you're going to get 2 D blocks, and let me see which one's the D block. I believe that's this one. Yep, that's this size. You're going to get 2 of these. And then you're going to get grid paper, which is this great grid paper. I love the grid paper. You're going to get the paper snips, which are these. You're going to get a pair of those. You are going to get, I believe everybody knows what the snail adhesive is. You're going to get a snail adhesive, free. You're also going to get a bone folder, free. And you're also going to get the Carols of Christmas stamp set, which is not out yet. It's not going to be out until the holiday catalog comes out September 1st to the customers. To demonstrators, we can start pre-ordering, of course, in August the 1st from the catalog, but this you will get free. Now there is some, oh my goodness, I'm really blubbering this morning. There is the die cuts for this, and if you wanted to get this free in your demonstrator, in your starter kit, you can always order the dies either with the pre-order. I heard another demonstrator say that you could order it with your kit, but you would have to have the number for the dies, so I'm not sure if you can do that or not. So just to be safe, I would just order it with the next order. But anyway, you do get this for free. So think about that. That's $197 worth of products that you can get for $99 just for becoming a demonstrator. And you don't have to have parties, you don't have to demonstrate if you don't want to. We have a lot of people that are what they call hobby demonstrators, and they just do it for themselves. So you might think about that. But anyway, let's get this off of so it's not so long. This is my 2 cards that I just demonstrated for you, and I think they're great. And this is Betty with Betty Stamping Crazy. And don't forget, all the measurements and everything I used will be in the on my blog. And if you click down in the description below, there's a link straight to my blog. Not too straight to this one, but there is a link straight to my blog. I haven't figured that part out yet. Anyway, this is Betty with Betty Stamping Crazy. And again, I hope you enjoy my videos. Thank you.